just not gonna ghost me. Like, what are you doing? Do you know who I am? Hello. You're not just about to do that.
It's a draft. Yeah. All my friends pulled up for good vibes. We know that the goodbyes could mean going too soon. We ain't tryna live forever.
Well, hello. It's been a minute. I haven't seen you in a minute. I mean, I haven't been posting in a minute, but I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that you tuned back into my channel because I've been gone for a second. You know, having a baby is hard and fun, but no, I'm back here. So yeah, I haven't been posting. Haven't been posting in a while, so you know, I just feel like I need to come back with that hot fire. You know, a nice little juicy story. You know, a little story time. You know, da-ra-ta-ta-ta. You know, I'm in the hood. Ra-ta-ta-ta. Nice little juice bagoose. And y'all could drive with me while I think I have to pick up my mother at the airport, but first of all, I don't know if y'all know, but I live in, somebody trying to hit me already. Jamaica, Queens, which is, I mean, a lot of people think this is the hood, but it's not the hood. I'm gonna get into this story time. This is something that happened a long time ago, so please bear with me as far as like the details are concerned. As you know, this video is about this time of my life when let me go, Mr. or Miss or whoever, where I was young and dumb. I think that's what the expression is. Yeah, I was definitely young and dumb. So I ended up sleeping with a married man. I don't think that's like on someone's bucket list or something that they want to do, but that's something that I definitely did unintentionally. But let me get into the story. I was 18 and I went to this party in Queens, and I don't even do that. It was like some house party. So I went to this little house party in Queens, and I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time. This is how crazy this shit is. I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time. So me and my ex-boyfriend are like best friends. We're best friends. So like, you know, it's nothing like that. But at the end of the day, tomato, tomato, he was my ex-boyfriend, whatever. So I'm not using no names. His uncle, I'm going to say, was at this party. And he was really fine. He was slim, light skin. He wasn't even light skin. He was brown skin. I don't even like light skin men, so I know that was incorrect. Brown skin and hazel eyes, nice build, muscular, whatever. So so me and my ex who is my friend, and my other best friend, I'm gonna call her Becky. So me and Becky together, he keeps hitting on me. He keeps like looking at me, saying like, yo, you're beautiful or you're pretty. I honestly don't know what he said. I honestly don't think he even said that, because I was 18, so anybody in my face was good for me, good enough for me. You looking at me, you saying I'm cute. I mean, because I was cute, still is cute, you know. So you doing all of that, I'm just like, all right, cool, I'm with it. So whatever. He approached me, he said, hey, you're cute, whatever. I said, yeah, you're cute too. He drove me home in his nice car. So mind you, I'm 18. Nobody I know got a car. Nobody I know looks like that, right? So I'm just like, this man is grown. I like grown men, and I felt like I was mature at the time, but I still was naive. Obviously, I was in college, but you know, regardless. So then we kept in touch. I was in college at the time, so it was like during a break or something. It was literally during a break. It was between like school ending and beginning. Obviously, that's how breaks work, right? Mind you, he lived like around the corner from, not around the corner, but like, let's say a 5-minute drive from my house. To this day, I still drive around there, and it always reminds me of this stupid ass time of my life. But honestly, I could just laugh at it at this point. We're texting or whatever. He asked me to come over. I chill with him over at his house. And then obviously, one thing, all right, what is going on here? I wish I could see the nonsense I have to deal with. Oh my God, what the? Oh my God. No, y'all are dragging this. That's like really freaking stupid. Anyway, what was I saying? I'll go to his house. The deed has been done. We doing what we doing. I'm 18. He was around like probably 30 at the time, right? So I don't know if that's like a big deal about like age difference, but on his behalf, because on my behalf, I'm with an older dude, so I felt like I was popping. So whatever. We ended up hanging out, having sex, and all of that things, right? To keep it as PG as possible. I'm starting to get to like this dude, this and the third. You know, 18-year-olds, we move fast, I'm presuming. I really don't remember. This happened over the course of probably like, what, a month, right? So going over to his house, he never came to my house because obviously I live with my parents. I was just like, oh no, I don't play like that. You're not coming over to my house. You're not meeting my peoples. So, and he lived by himself. When I went to his crib, he lived by himself. I saw pictures around of him. I don't think I saw any pictures of a wife necessarily. I don't think so. This is why I was dumbfounded that he had a wife. I mean, but like, it was so weird. So every time I used to come to this house, right? And we always used to go into the basement. But I'm not putting two and two together, whatever. We used to go in the kitchen or whatever the situation is. I don't really know what the conversation used to really be about, but I don't know how a 30-something-year-old person and an 18-year-old person could ever have the same interests. Me, about to turn 30 now, there's no way I can, and I guess because I'm a woman and men just grow way slower than women, I feel like I can never have a conversation with an 18-year-old right now and have it really go somewhere. Like, that shit is just gonna annoy the crap out of me. I was talking to my friend about it, and I'm like, girl, like, how is he? Like, do you think he's cute or whatever? She was like, Renee, he is sexy. Like, if y'all are gonna be a thing, like, I'm all with it. I'm with the antics and all the nonsense. I was just like, okay, you know, I snags me the cuties, whatever, right? Yeah. Who that? I don't know if it was his birthday first or he came with me to college. I don't remember. This shit is so foggy. Like, please forgive me. His birthday came up. I don't remember his birthday. I was just like, oh, something really cute. We just met each other. I'm not gonna go all out for a dude or a nigga that I just met. I'm not doing that. So I was like, you know what? Just to be cute, be real cute, let me get a nice little Carvel cake and I'll get a candle or two, whatever, and I'll say happy birthday. We'll cut it at his house and what have you. Meanwhile, I didn't know I was the birthday ass just coming around for birthday sex, because after we cut the cake, it was at night, we cut the cake, whatever, had some ice cream cake, and then we was fucking whatever. I think I spent the night over his crib. Or maybe the wife was like on a vacation. To be honest, I really don't know how the man was married. And the times that I went to the house, she was never there. I don't know whose house that was. Comment down below if you had an idea, like, what could it have been? I mean, to this day, it still trips me up that, like, you're married. I mean, she could have been on vacation. I don't really know. Like, all right, now this car is blowing minds. No. Anyway, I can't put a finger on it. Why she wasn't there. She could have been on vacation. I really honestly just don't know. He was telling me how he's an artist, or he is in music. Why always deal with people in music? Like, that's disturbing. He is in music, and he is about to go to LA for like this executive meeting or whatever. I'm 18, and like the type of dude that he is, he was talking like he was talking like he knew what the fuck he was talking about. Like, once again, I'm 18. I need y'all to know that. He just didn't seem like he was lying or he had any reason to lie. So I was just like, you know what? All right, whatever. So he's going to LA. Hold on, let me shut my lips. Make sure my shit I ate. He's going to LA for this executive, like, meeting. So I said, oh, okay, when do you leave? Getting on a plane tomorrow or the next day or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not going to see you before you leave because I have to go to a wedding. So come to find out, the wedding was on September 11th. So I'm at the wedding on September 11th. And this dude who I'm talking to tells me he's going on a flight. I'm just like, okay, he's going on a flight to LA on September 11th. So now my antennas is up, because obviously September 11th is one of those days that people are just a little scared to go on a plane. At least if nobody is, I am. That's why I would never travel on that day. Not that, whatever. I'm blowing up his phone to, like, you know, safe flight, texting him, blowing up his phone, calling him, blowing up his phone, calling him, blowing it up, texting him, blowing up, whatever. No answer. So now I call my ex-boyfriend, who is my best friend, and I'm like, yo, like, did I mention that he is my ex-boyfriend's uncle? Plot twist, right? Or uncle-in-law, or something like that. Nothing really, like, not like real uncles, but like uncle by marriage, right? So I called my ex-boyfriend and I said, or best friend, he's my best friend, but ex-boyfriend for reference. I called him. I'm like, yo, have you spoken to your uncle? Because, like, I've been trying to hit him up and, like, I haven't heard anything from him. Like, he's, like, not answering, not responding. Like, I know he was going on a plane. Like, is he okay? Like, I'm, like, worried about him. My best friend / ex-boyfriend tells me, Renee, like, that you should just chill out. Like, I don't even know why you are even worried about that man. That man is not worried about you. Like, it's, you know, it's just, don't even do too much about it. Don't even press it. So meanwhile, I'm thinking, like, he hating because, you know, I bagged his uncle. I bagged your uncle. Get mad. But he wasn't. he really wasn't. He was just literally telling me the truth. But, you know, 18-year-olds don't want to hear it. Oh, my God. I forgot a piece of the story. I want y'all to know, like, how deep this shit got. Like, before I get to that story of him ghosting me in LA, because technically when he told me he was going to LA, that was the last time I ever saw him or heard from him or whatever. So I just was so dumbfounded. I did not know what was going on. So let's rewind a little bit. Just want to tell you this little itty-bitty story just to like show you how crazy men are. Men are just like delusionally crazy. And not all of you, but I mean, for someone to do all of this. So from the break from school went back. It was a new semester. I had to move back on campus. So when I moved back on campus, I was still talking to him, and I was telling him like, hey, like, I'm leaving, like, I'm going back to school. You know, not gonna see you that much. We could try to keep in touch as much as possible. This, that, and the third. I think I want some McDonald's. I guess I'm gonna just go to McDonald's. So yeah, the rest is McDonald's. Anyway, yeah. So I'm at school. He was like, yeah, I'll come to your school, this, that, and the third. So now I had a roommate at the time in college. Mind you, it was the first week of a new semester, and you know, the school was still working out the visitation rights and shit. And we didn't really know what we could do or how we could invite somebody or when we could invite somebody. And here I was inviting this sexy nigga to my school to come see me. He comes to see me at my school. First week, first of all, the RAs was looking at me all crazy because it's clear, like, he is older than me. And he comes to my school. So now you have to sign the paper and sign him in with the ID. And I'm sure that they was looking at that shit. And they was looking at me all crazy, looking at him all crazy. When he came over there, he spent the night. What is she talking about? I'm sure my roommate was irritated, but I let her know, whatever, that he was coming. He comes up there with a whole promise ring. So that's what threw me off. He comes there with a promise ring saying, like, just because I'm going to school doesn't mean that we can't end what we're ending because, like, he has a promise ring. The shit was silver. I thought it was white gold. The shit turned my finger green. All my friends was laughing at me because that shit was turning my finger green. And I was just like, so what? At least I got a promise ring. At least I got something. At least I got anything. Get what y'all got. Y'all don't got shit. Promise ring and all that. I don't think we said we loved each other. That was just a little insert of a time when we were together. He came all the way to Connecticut to my school, gave me a promise ring, spent the weekend with me. I spent a birthday with him. I had sex with him. Spent the night at his crib a couple of times. This happened probably like in a month span. So September 11th, back to September 11th, when he got on this flight, he basically ghosted me. I think, like, I used to go back and forth home all the time. So when I got back home for a weekend or so, me and Becky, who originally knew about this guy that I was talking to or dating, me and my best friend Becky, we went over to his crib and knocked on the door. Cause I'm like, you're just not gonna ghost me. Like, what are you doing? Do you know who I am? Hello. You're not just about to do that. It was like 7 p.m. at night or some shit. We knock on the door, nobody answers. And then come to find out, it's like a side door. Like, it wasn't like the main door. There's multiple doors for a house, and you get to decide which door is your main door. So, like, I've been on a couple people's cribs where we're walking through the side door and they never touch the front door, which is the front of their house. It's just like, whatever. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but it's a weird thing. Oh, I don't know what I want from McDonald's. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I want. Oh, I should get a smoothie. So we go to the corner store and I go and get a brown paper bag and I wrote my name. I was like, babe, I think I was using that word. Babe, give me a call when you get a chance. I don't know why you're not answering, but give me a call. So I put on a brown paper bag and we stuck it in the door, like the door handle, like right that slit where the door closes, we stuck it there. So then I was going back to school. Didn't hear nothing from him that night or whatever. Went back to school one morning, right? This is when the shit get crazy. I get a call. I answer. And it was his wife. She answered. She was like, hello. I'm like, hello, who's this? And she mentioned Bob. We're gonna give him a name right now. Bob. This is Bob's wife. I was just like, oh, he has a wife? She was like, yes, like I found your number in the door of our house and I wanted to know who you were and what you were doing with my husband. I was like, honey, let me tell you something. You need to figure out what your husband was doing with me, because to my impression, he was not married. He didn't even have a girlfriend. Obviously, I wouldn't have dealt with him if I knew that. Like, to my knowledge, none of that was a thing. So for you to be calling my phone is like, I mean, I get it. My number was at her house, so she wants to know, like, who am I, what, and whatever. So she's asking details like, did y'all use a condom? How often were you at my crib? He's been doing this to me for years. He did this to me with somebody else, with another girl, and this girl was so obsessive over him, like she wanted to commit suicide. Like, I just want you to know that he's with me and this and the third. I'm like, girl, you can have him. He was always yours, right? You can have your husband. Like, I don't know, like, that sounds so weird. Hold on, I'm at the drive-thru. Hello.
Hi, welcome to Dallas. Take your order.
Hi, can I have number 5?
What size?
Medium. Can I
For your buckets?
have sweet and sour and spicy buffalo?
Okay.
Shit.
What's drink?
And the drink, can I have a medium caramel frap with extra caramel drizzle? I need to go to the gym. I think that's it. Sweet and sour and spicy buffalo.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my meal for free?
11:53.
Okay. Is my meal for free?
No.
Ah,
Nice day.
at least I tried. All right. Right. So what part was I up to? Yeah. Shorty's calling me. We're on the phone. She's like, yeah, and some other girl that he was doing this with was all obsessed with him, in love with him, and she wanted to commit suicide over him, and it was a whole ordeal and like getting that situated. So I just hope it's not one of those situations again. I'm like, shorty, honey, I would never, ever, never commit nothing. Not even, I'm not committing nothing over nobody. That ain't it. So I'm like, you can have your husband. Like, he technically belongs to you, right? So we get into details or whatever, but that was like the most mind-blowing conversation I've ever had, because I just never thought that someone's wife was going to be calling me. I never thought that. And come to find out, right? Hold on. Hi. Thanks. See, that's why it should be free. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna find out. One time when I went to his crib, and I was in the basement, mind you, he tells me that his sister came over and he's gonna spend time with his sister a little bit. So, like, just stay downstairs, don't come upstairs or whatever. Just, like, I'm just gonna spend time with his sister. And he was upstairs for at least an hour, hour and a half. Now, mind you, it was probably like 2 hours. I'm just so dumb. Like, he was upstairs for 2 hours. You mean to tell me, regardless if you didn't feel like you wanted to introduce me to your sister, you had me sitting downstairs and don't come upstairs, and my dumb ass really didn't go upstairs or whatever? that was crazy. Could have been his fucking wife. Now, mind you, what if his wife really were to come downstairs and like try to fuck me up, try to fight me? I mean, I would have had to fight her because to defend myself, but I was totally wrong for being in the crib. But I didn't know that they were fucking married. I didn't even know he even had a girlfriend. Forget married. Like, if you had a girlfriend, I can understand or whatever, but you like are married and you're doing this, and I heard the nigga was like a pastor. Plot twist. Like, it's just more plot twist, like just going on in this shit. She calls me, we get off the phone with each other, and it was just like, we had like an hour conversation, and it was just like, I was just so dumbfounded. Like, obviously, I threw away the promise ring. I deleted the pictures or whatever. Like, I didn't even cry. I wasn't even that invested, but I was invested enough to say, like, yo, like, you ghosted me or whatever. Like, I just felt like this was one of the most craziest times of my life. And I just felt like I should share that with you guys. Me and my friends, like, we literally just, like, laugh and kiki about it because the shit was so... Oh, so y'all just don't know what I got. What if I threw it away? I be throwing away my receipts. Thank you. Just that good shit. Thank you. I be liking these compostable straws. They're so bad. Oh my God. They like welt up in this drink and all that. It's like hard. Don't judge me for eating McDonald's. I didn't eat all day. I don't know if I'm getting my mother from the airport, but yeah. So that was just like a crazy story that I had to share because what the hell? I still have never heard from him again. He's never tried to reach out to me, which is great. I never spoke to my best friend, ex-boyfriend, for reference, about it after. I mean, I didn't really tell him because I didn't want him to be like, oh, I told you so, because I would have smacked the shit out of him. But I just felt like that was so juicy, like, ooh. So go down in the comments below and let me know, like, a time when a guy was being so trifling like that. Like, let me know. Because, I mean, now that I'm older, I can look back at this shit and just laugh because it's just so funny. But at the time, that shit was not funny. It was not funny. You're playing with people's homes. You're playing with people's lives. And I'm talking about him to his wife, not me. Because how was I supposed to know? I didn't know. But, y'all. Ooh, can we get into this? Little detail of, like, what is this? A wheel thing? A blinged out wheel thing. That's what I'm gonna call it. My mother bought this for me because she thought that this is so cute in my car. But little does she know, every woman who has a car has the same thing. And I'm actually irritated because I don't like to be having the same thing as other people. But it's whatever. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna stick beside them. Comment down below and tell me how you feel about this story time. Let me know if you have any questions because I will answer them if I missed out anything. And let me know some of your experiences because this is crazy. Ain't it? Or am I bugging? No, this is crazy. So all my know-it-all supporters, thank you for tuning into my channel. Please click the subscribe button. Why are we not doing that? Like, I asked for subscribers for my birthday. Like, that's all I want is subscribers. And my birthday's coming again in 6 months. But I want subscribers. All right, so thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you again. Bye.